and I read a lot of autobiographies, and I get inspired by a lot of people who have who have made it in life at such a young age. For example, Elon Musk freaking started PayPal. उसके बाद लात मारी पैसों को जाके SpaceX और टेस्ला और एक सोलर एनर्जी कंपनी के अंदर उसने सारे अपने पैसे इन्वेस्ट कर दिए. फिर सारी कंपनीज डूब रही थी. उसने अपनी बीवी को जाके कहा, अगर मुझे अपना घर भी बेचना पड़े और तुम्हारे पेरेंट्स की बेसमेंट में जाना पड़े रहने के लिए सारी ज़िंदगी के लिए, तो मैं पहले अपनी कंपनीज को बचाऊंगा, फिर अपने आप को बचाऊंगा.
बीवी छोड़ के नहीं गई? हाँ,
बहुत छोड़ गई थी बाद में, लेकिन छोड़ गई थी. बट द पॉइंट इज कि ही इज गेटिंग शिट डन. ही इज 44, 3-4 कंपनीज है. द गाय इज हिज ओन chief engineer designer of his own rockets, and he did not know anything about rockets. वो बेचारा रशिया गया था. रशिया जाके उसने रॉकेट्स खरीदने की कोशिश की. रशिया के अंदर उसकी बेइज्जती कर दी वहाँ पे. Have you read about him?
No, I haven't. I've seen his interviews on Joe Rogan. That's it.
Really?
And well,
he's a very fascinating character, bro. I'll actually, if you,
he's like the Tesla, right, of this time.
Yeah.
Well, he called his company Tesla.
He literally owns Tesla.
He literally owns Tesla.
He owns Tesla, bro.
Yeah.
No, but he went to Russia.
But he's a successful marketed version of Tesla. Tesla was like a guy who was a misfit.
Right.
He used to live alone. I don't know if you saw Prestige Nolan ki, which kind of loosely based on Tesla as well. But yeah, like tell me, I'm interested.
Okay, basically what happened was, and these are the kind of human beings I get really inspired by, and I start to think that क्या हमारा दिमाग इनसे मुख्तलिफ है? क्या ये हमसे बेहतर है? And no, I don't think so. It's just the way he approaches life and versus the rest of us, like dummies. He probably looks down upon us like dumb people wasting their time on drinking coffee and tea, and so he goes to Russia. He wanted to get a rocket. So when he was on the plane, his friends compiled the video of all of the failed rocket experiments. Now there's a reason कि जितनी भी दुनिया में जो भी companies या firms rockets बनाती हैं, they're subsidized by the government, taxpayer के पैसे पे. क्योंकि आपका रॉकेट एक बड़ा इंट्रिकेट चीज़ होती है. उसको there are more than 1 million components that could, more than 1,000 things that could go wrong, and the slightest issue could blow up the whole damn ship. So he goes to Russia to buy one of those, so he could so he has a head start. So he goes to Russia, he's sitting in a meeting, and he goes like, I want 3 rockets, and they go like, we'll give you 1 in that price. He's like, no, I want 3 in this price. And they really insulted him over there. Like they really got under his skin कि हाँ तुम तो outsider हो और तुम्हें तो कुछ नहीं पता है. उसका मजाक उड़ाया उसने. So he was furious and he left the meeting. On the way back on the flight, he literally did a back of an envelope calculation of the raw materials that would make up the rocket. And he came up with his own costing. Comes back home, takes a couple of months, reads a lot of books on how to construct a rocket. Now he's his own chief engineer, freaking designer for his own rockets that NASA goes like, we don't know how you're building them because it's the first rocket that has a reusable tank.
Oh yeah.
Rockets are not reusable. सही है. Rockets are like ये शीशे की बोतल नहीं होती, आप कोक पी के फेंक देते हो, इस तरह होते हैं. रॉकेट्स उड़ते हैं, वो फिर वापस नहीं आ सकते क्योंकि जो चीज जानी होती है ना, जो पेलोड सेक्शन होता है, इट्स लिटरली 5% ऑफ द मास ऑफ द रॉकेट. वो टॉप पे लगा होता है, इतना सा हल्की सी टोपी होती है वो. बाकी पूरा
उसको खाली ऊपर ले जाने
के वो थ्रस्ट के लिए होता है. उसके अंदर सारा फ्यूल होता है. सो ही हैज फिगर्ड आउट अ वे फॉर टू सेंड द रॉकेट अप, and the rocket comes down like this and lands like this.
What a guy.
And with the precision he developed that or helped develop
but his first rocket, I mean I'm assuming ये अगर पहला rocket था जब ये रशिया से वापस आया था, तो वो तो उड़ के उसके सामने ही फट गया था.
हाँ he
and
had
then he's like, let's go back to the drawing board.
He had 3 failures. And the third failure was his last failure क्योंकि उस वक्त this was also the time when 2018
the housing
2008 housing bubble
yeah.
सही है. तो दुनिया की स्टॉक मार्केट वैसे ही क्रैश कर गई थी. कंपनीज के पास पैसे इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए नहीं थे. नासा ने जो उनको रिवॉर्ड दे दिया था उससे बैकआउट कर लिया था. लाइक एवरीथिंग वाज जस्ट गोइंग अगेंस्ट हिम. ऑल ऑफ हिज कंपनीज क्रैश्ड. इवन टेस्ला क्रैश्ड. टेस्ला की जो रोडस्टर निकली थी उस पर आग लग गई थी. सो ही वाज जस्ट गोइंग थ्रू अ लॉट ऑफ बैकलैश एट द टाइम. एंड दिस वाज, ही सेड लाइक समथिंग हैपेंड, एंड इफ यू रीड द बुक, कुछ 10-15 मिनट के टाइम पीरियड से इसकी कंपनी बैंकरप्ट होते होते बच गई थी.
वाओ, वो क्या हुआ 15 मिनट में?
Well, he had to make a decision. He had to take a decision जिसके अंदर he could either save all of his companies by investing little in them, or save one of them confirmed but then the rest 2 would die, confirmed. So he decided to try to save all 3. But all 3 could have been dead.
Wow.
And the market was closing something. I don't remember the exact details. But the point is, man, a very fascinating guy. I feel like...
Yeah, I mean, but then great people are born in circumstances that help them realize their greatness as well, right? So, if he's born in America...
He's not.
Is he not?
He's South African.
He's What? When did he shift to America?
He
Childhood.
moved... No. He moved to Canada when...
defies everything, this guy.
He moved to Canada when he was 17 years old.
Shut up.
Not a place to live, by the way.
What?
Not a place.
That's madness.
He just booked a ticket. There was some uncle who was in Canada, didn't have his address, just flew. And he goes like, where do I go now? Bro, dude, this is the guy when he started his company, he could only afford one place. The office place.
Oh, wow.
He used to live there on the sofa, take weekly showers in some gym, and used to code all day, every day. When he
For
was...
PayPal, huh?
For PayPal. X.com.
Yeah, it's such a strange departure to do something programming and then go into so many different things, right?
All of his projects are future-proof, kind of. And that's the way I have developed my thinking process as well. A smart businessman always invests in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, when he started Tesla, लोग गालियां दे रहे थे इसको. लोग कह रहे थे 2001 के अंदर क्या बैटरी पावर, क्या मतलब बैटरी पावर.
कितने साल लगे होंगे इसको? बहुत साल लगे होंगे for it to be commercially viable.
15 years. 10-15 years.
Wow.
मैं जाके
That's much longer than Ford took.
हाँ.
Yeah.
But now it's
Ford
the
is
most
the biggest
valuable
example
company.
of this. Huh?
Now it's the most valuable company. The car company in the world.
Is it?
Tesla.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Acha.
Yeah, I'm a Tesla stock owner as well.
Oh, really?
And you should too.
I mean, it's already the most valuable. I don't know if it's the best time to buy now. I should have bought earlier. But yeah, like, I mean, now that I was thinking, okay, you need to be great. You got the genetics, let's say. There's something predispositional about it.
There is.
Right?
There is. Because I think he has he has like a psychological issue as well. For example, if he's focused onto something and that kind of work as blessing in disguise, that when he's focused on something, his mom used to say this, कि अगर आप उसके सामने आके drums भी बजा रहे होगे ना, and he's looking at something, he wouldn't even notice you. It's almost like meditation. He fools his brain. He fools his brain into thinking that this is the only thing that matters. That's it. That's it. Nothing else
crazy
matters.
amount of focus and attention.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is what has gotten him this far. Because when he gets into something, he truly gets into that thing. He doesn't procrastinate.
And even in that, like the Rogan interviews, it's like when he asks him a question, it seems like he's thinking all the possible permutations of an answer and considering it every time.
Yeah.
If you ask me a question, I usually just go with like, oh, I have a preset answer for this question. But this guy reconsiders it every time. So that reevaluation of a question every time probably clarifies his thoughts so much every time.
There's actually a concept known for that, actually. Somebody mentioned it to me not too long ago. If I'm not wrong, if somebody's listening and they know what I'm talking about, they can correct me. But there is 3 states of brain.
Okay.
Alpha, beta, and theta.
Okay.
And the conversation we're having right now is an alpha brain. It's in the conscious side of the brain. Like this is like the conscious conversation. मैं तुमसे कोई सवाल पूछूंगा, तुम्हारा नाम क्या है? Muru. You don't have to think about it. It's almost like a reflex. You don't have to think about to do it. You just do it. Then there's a side of the brain which is subconscious, which is very fascinating. And this is when you meditate a lot, you start tapping into your subconscious side. You start thinking from that. You start changing your. This is the subconscious part of the brain is in the back of your brain apparently, and this is where your religious belief, your cultural beliefs, your geopolitical beliefs sit.
Okay.
These are permanent.
Okay.
They're modeled to change, but they're permanent for the time being. And maybe that's what he has access to. And maybe that is just like where when you're saying that he's just thinking about all the possibility variations of all the answers and what they may lead to. Maybe that's what he's thinking about. That's the side of the brain he's articulating or using to answer questions.
I mean, being able to control your subconsciousness would mean that you can control the patterns of neural activity that your brain is taking place, and then recognize this is a dead end, this is not a dead end. Yeah. Let's promote this one.
Yes.
And most of the time, we're just kind of going with emotions, right? I mean, these reactionary videos that we were talking about earlier, which are about controversies and stuff, they're all really not just being able to control your emotions, and you're reacting.
Yeah.
and you're reacting to anybody who says anything, or some guy you don't like on the internet, some TikToker you want to make up. You're reacting like, screw this guy, let's make a
Yeah.
video. So you're not being able to actually reflect.
Yeah.
I feel this has at least been the journey for me.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, same here. It's
just reacting out of an emotional place or a subconscious, I guess, theta part of the brain. But what's the third side you were saying? There's a
theta. I see, man. Honestly, I just had I can't speak about it because I don't know a lot about it. But
that's okay.
But
We should
but
still speak
shit
about
is
it.
real. Hey guys, you're watching the Honest Hour Clips channel. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel. और अगर आप लोगों को ये original podcast देखनी है तो find the link in the description.
Same.